that knotty piece. I want to test that.
Yep.
Ah, I lost her.
Can you do it? Can you do it? Oh, got it. Come squish your saw.
Sir, I'm a professional operator. The baddest 50cc saw on the planet is a ported 501P by Dino Joe. That thing rips. Come on! Woo! That's a heavy piece of black walnut right there. Hello and welcome back to Hardworking Man. This is the episode you've all been waiting for. The all-new All Wood. We sold our All Wood Musclewood. Then Russ shows up with the new Musclewood that's absolutely insane. For those of you that don't know, this is Russ from Willie's Firewood. He is visiting us right now because he got the all-new Musclewood. It's a 2.25 second cycle time with how many tons of splitting force?
25 ton.
25 ton, which commercial ratings are way more accurate than your box store rating. So don't think I got a 35 ton. No, it's not even close. That thing is a monster. And he came up to Michigan to get it from Maine. And I said, can you bring that thing by? I got to see it because I had my new All Wood coming. This is the Birch. It's actually a prototype. And we're going to tell you more about it. Actually, Russ is going to tell you more about it on Willie's Firewood channel. So make sure to check it out. It'll be linked in the description of this video. He's going to go over all the technical specs. He's an All Wood dealer. We're just going to run this thing today. You want to see it run, we're going to run it. We got oak, we got hickory. Nope, we've got oak, we've got black walnut, we've got hard maple, we've got knotty wood, we've got big wood. People are like, oh, a resplit machine. No, this is a log splitter. It's a commercial log splitter. It's not a cheap copy of anything. This thing's heavy duty, Russ.
Yeah, it is. And just to let everybody know right now, when you see this and you see my video of my Musclewood, picture that in white because we are going to copy the same exact frame. We've got a frame and a design that works. We didn't like the way that this came out. Bobby built it and he said this doesn't look the same as our stuff. We got to do better. So this is going to look exactly like the big flagship splitters that All Wood has. And don't let the resplit name fool you. 17 true tons here is going to be more tonnage than you're going to get out of most of your box store splitters, and we're going to show that in just a minute.
But you can get it with another cylinder, making it more tonnage, right?
Yeah, so we can go to a 4-inch cylinder instead, and we can go to a 20 ton. 20 ton in this, for what you're going to run through this for wood, I don't think with a single knife there's anything that you're going to stop it with.
No, all this under $8,000.
Yeah, on a torsion axle, highway towable, 65, 70 miles an hour. This thing comes standard with auto cycle, log lift, hydraulic adjustable wedge. You've got your flat top resplit table so you can just slide your wood back. You're not picking anything up and rehandling it again. This is going to make firewood fun.
And it comes with a 4-way?
Comes with a 4-way, and we have an optional 6-way that we can put on it too.
All for under $8,000.
Well, the 6-way wedge is an additional charge, but you're not going to be much over $8,000 with a 6-way too.
All right, now this, you saw me, I towed it in with a 4-wheeler. My old Musclewood, you needed a truck or a tractor to move that thing because they're built. This, the wear surfaces, AR400.
Yep.
Wedges AR400.
So there's no consumable wear parts on any All Wood machine. So when you look at some of your other splitter manufacturers, you've got consumable slides on your split chamber. There's none of that here. This is made to ride steel on steel. I had over 2,500 cord through my last Musclewood. Everything is still fine. It's still splitting wood today with its new owner, and they're tickled pink with it. So these things are made to last.
All right, enough of the specs. If you want to know what engine, what valves, what it's built out of, how it's made, how big the tanks are, check out Willie's Firewood. His video today drops all that. We're just gonna split, we're gonna test it, we're gonna see what it can and can't do, and that's what you've all been waiting for.
I want to see too. I haven't run it yet, so this is going to be the first time for me running it too. I'm kind of anxious to see how it does because we've got some really naughty stuff over there, so this is going to test it for sure.
Fire up the Honda engine and let's fire the, let's crank, let's
do
go. Oh yeah, one more thing.
Wait, I can't hear you.
Oh, you got your PPE on,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, today, January 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Hardworking Man's going live. You don't want to miss it. Russ is going to be our special guest. Rachel will be there. We're going to talk about everything. All kinds of new stuff happening, from my Easton-made log grapple that is the best grapple I think I've ever seen, even though I haven't used it yet. Just looking at the build, what do you think of that?
That's a rugged built grapple for sure.
That thing
is made out of some serious steel. We're going to talk about the fastest commercial log splitter available today. Not one of, but the fastest commercial log splitter.
And that's going to be on my channel tomorrow as well as Russ's channel tomorrow. And they're going to be different videos, so you're going to want to check them both out. All right, now, seriously, enough talking.
All right,
let's
go.
split.
Everybody complains you talk too much.
All right, now you probably saw in the intro, I was using this new axe pickaroon. I got this off sawsupplier.com, and I wanted to try it. It's made in the USA, right in Wisconsin. It's like $55. If you watch the channel, you know for years this Ochenkopf has been my favorite. This thing is up to over $200 on Amazon. I love it. I can't honestly recommend a $200 pickaroon, can I? Well, I can, but this thing way overperformed what I expected. I'm not lying. I had Russ try it. He's like, I don't know. He tried it. What do you think, Russ?
I used it. That's how all this got here.
This thing, like, it feels good in the hand.
It really sinks in the wood good. That's the one thing I noticed. It really grabs really good.
I'm gonna shorten the handle because I like a shorter handle. I'm gonna put it about right there, and you're gonna see more of this on the channel. There will be a link in the description. I'm actually working with Saw Supplier, and it'll help the channel out a little bit if you buy one there. But don't buy it there for me. Buy it there for you.
They get some of the best prices around, though, in all honesty, because it's not just you using Saw Supplier.
It's not.
I buy my stuff from there. I don't have a discount code, and I don't even use the discount code a lot of times, and it's still the best prices you can find.
Well, you get free shipping on anything you buy, no minimum order, and with my code HWM10, you get 10% off their chainsaws, which are already some of the best prices.
Off?
10% off a chainsaw. The new Echo that Gramps is going to want.
Chainsaw.
Gramps is getting a 501P, I think.
Yeah, we got to port that bad boy.
Yeah, you do. All right. Well, Russ just jumped right on the controls, so I guess I'm loading wood.
Where I'm at home. This is what I do when I'm working on my channel. You want to stage them on the log lift?
Yeah, I'll throw them up there. I was just going to say how if you level this up, you get the whole surface. Right about there. Probably lower that wedge a little. Oh, rookie.
Yep.
Oh, you're gonna have to lower it a little because she wants to roll into you. This is, honest to God, the first wood we've run through this thing, so drop this just a little bit so they don't roll in. Now this is all oak, guys. We're not splitting some poplar or some pine here. This is oak. We're gonna tell you what we're splitting as we put it on there. Like this, knotty oak. It's not a big piece, but we got big pieces. You got the wedge too high for the little guys. What's that cycle time, about 6 seconds?
Yeah,
a little under?
5.5 to 6. It's quick for what it is. But that flat table where you can just slide it back in the auto cycle, I'm kind of I like the auto cycle because my old one didn't have it.
Ours didn't either. Running the processor, you get a lot of resplits, and people are like, why would you spend this kind of money for a resplit machine? But like we said, it's not just a resplit machine. Yes, it specializes in resplit, but it makes firewood.
But when you get a $100,000 machine running, you can't afford to have that running just to resplit wood. That's where this comes into play.
Yep. And I love the verticals for resplits as well, but not everyone can have a fleet of splitters like the hardworking man. Look at that knot. Crushed
push
it.
right through it.
Red oak right there. This one I'm curious for right here. You ready for it?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Knotty hard maple.
It's ready.
You don't want to put this through a lot of multi-split wedges. Come look at this, Zach. I don't know if it's going to do it. Knot. 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 What is that? 3 knots.
But now I'm not even going to use my knowledge. I'm just going to roll it on the splitter however it comes on.
That way, because I don't have knowledge.
Because if it was me, I would turn that so that I could split it the easiest way. But we want to show that this is more than a resplit machine, right? And I'm not sure. If
I
Bobby
hope
builds
it is.
I know it will.
14 inches, 3 knots, hard maple, sugar maple, call it what you want.
All right, that's how it rolled on.
Boom, baby.
Enough of that.
Boom. I did not expect that, I ain't gonna lie.
Knot.
Look at that. Right? Just sheared the knot. We haven't sharpened these wedges yet either. You know I like to do that.
Right there. Same thing.
My box store splitter has more tonnage than that. Yeah, let's go. Put a 4-way on your box store.
Yeah, but they can buy it for $2,000.
You buy this for 8, use it for 5 years, and sell it for 9.
See, right there. I mean, pulling the knots right out of the wood. You can't ask for better than that. This thing hasn't even really grunted yet.
Did we? Oh, the special introductory price. The first 10 that are ordered, pre-ordered, what's the price, Russ?
$69.50 for the first 10.
The first 10, there's already a few sold just from a teaser on Facebook, so.
And then after that, we're going to be about $7,900 a piece.
Call Russ or Bobby. You're going to be sorry if you don't. What's that oak? That's red oak, knotty oak.
Knot. This is one great big giant knot right here. So I'm going to set it right at the top and we're going to let it go. No problem.
Did you cut that with a steel? It looked a little crooked.
Yeah.
A steel crooked cut.
It could have been the guy operating it too, though. Solid knot at the top. I'm going to put it and I'm going to drop the wedge so it centers right in that knot, so we're going to split right straight through it.
Oh,
or
crooked cut. Crooked cut. Here, let me help you with my,
Oh, go ahead. There you go.
Another reason to have the pickaroo.
Almost split through it.
Yeah, if you would have held it, it'd have pushed. You know what? Let's do one sideways. It's dangerous. Don't do this at home.
But may as well, right? Right here, this is as good as any.
All right. Close. Because you tried to 4-way it.
Well, I don't want to half do it. Drop the 4-way, I know it'll go through it. That was 3/4 of the way through.
Raise the wedge up all the way. Oh, all the way down. There you go. New spot, not the same.
Right.
See, you tried to 4-way it sideways. Don't do this at home. This stuff can fly and hit you in the face. Ask me how I know.
Just smooth.
How long do I let Russ hog this thing for before I get the controls?
I kind of wish it was coming home with me.
What's that?
I kind of wish it was coming home with me. This is nice. I like this little thing.
No, this stays here. This is a hard-working man machine.
This is awesome.
I'll tell you what, after I sold my Musclewood, I had the Easton Mid-Axis Vertical, which we love, the Dyna processor, the Hyper Split box store machine, and I felt naked. I didn't have a horizontal machine.
The answer to how many log splitters you need is
More.
Or all of them. All right, you come run this now. I don't want to do it all.
So our All Wood didn't have auto cycle, so this is my first one with auto cycle. Now another thing on the, because like we said, this is a prototype, the new one, the wedge is taller.
Yeah, the wedge is going to be about 4 inches taller on the new one.
All right.
I mean, it's just smooth.
It is smooth. He's powering, that must, yep, look at that, right through a knot. That's the resplit purpose right there.
Slide it. On that flat table though, there's no picking anything up.
Not all resplit machines are created equal.
That's got a great big knot in it too.
Russ taught me you put this knot right at the top. You split a bit of firewood in your life.
Just a couple cords. We do about 600 or 800 full cord a year.
We're definitely upping our production here, but we're not quite there yet. I'm impressed, I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited. Why would you want a smaller machine when you had the Musclewood? I like new stuff. This is more affordable. This is anybody and everybody, not anybody. It's a lot more feasible. It's more maneuverable.
All right, let's show them this cool feature right here that doesn't come on many resplit machines.
Oh, the lift?
Yeah.
Yeah, put that big old round on there. Big old round of tulip poplar.
Look at that. No bending over, no breaking your back.
Came right to me. So on these big ones, Russ, do you put the wedge all the way up, or do you keep it with the size you want? Or
with me, when I typically split them, I'll split the size I want on the bottom, and then depending on the size that's left, then I'll work those down. But
all right.
Everybody does it different. But I mean, you can't ask for much quicker than that.
I ain't gonna lie, this is fun.
Sometimes it's not always about going as fast as you can go. Sometimes a little machine like this is just way too much fun.
You're calling a sub 6 second machine slow, Russ?
Well, I'm used to 4.
You're about to be under 3.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
I can't wait. People are gonna not believe it. Russell released a teaser video on that new Musclewood that's going to be on the channel tomorrow, Hard Working Man, as well as Willie's Firewood. And people are accusing him of speeding up the footage. So we're going to prove that it's not. We got a lot of videos coming. One is going to be debunking some myths. Now, you hear it all the time. I can split faster than that with an axe. Okay, you might be able to, but for how long? So, you got probably 2 of the biggest studs in the wood industry, myself and Russ.
You hear that? I'm a stud.
We're going to take I got an S-Wing splitting maul, I got a Fiskars X27.
See, I like the Fiskars, it feels good.
I like the S-Wing. So we're gonna run those. Rachel's gonna run the All Wood Birch, and we're gonna see who wins. Two absolute studs versus Rachel, one of the top women in firewood.
I'm not gonna lie, I split a lot of wood by hand last week. I think I'm ready for it.
He's making excuses. Oh, I thought you were saying you're
no
sore.
excuses here, I'm ready. Let's do it.
So you gotta let us know in the comments, who do you got? Russ and I with the axes and the mauls, or Rachel on the birch?
This ain't got nothing on me.
It's got a stamina on us, Russ. It's got stamina. Look at this. What is this one?
That one's got a great big knot in it.
Big knot. Just let her eat.
Right through it.
Give me that big black walnut. That one was nasty. You're gonna need the lift though. It's heavy.
Re-split machine. This is not re-split material, but I know it's going to eat it like butter.
Look at that. Red oak knot. It just, I don't know. Who gets excited about log splitters? We do. People watching the videos. People running these things. The competition in the wood splitter industry between all the manufacturers, there's one winner in all of that, and it's us, the consumer. I've said it for years. Like the advancement in splitters in the last 5 years has been insane. That's probably user error right there. What's your takes on this one?
No problem.
No problem. Oh.
Like I said, no problem.
I mean, you weren't wrong.
But look at the knot right there that you just split through.
It could kick the auto detempt out, which we're probably still not to temp on this machine.
No, it's still cold.
So it's going to kick out a little sooner, but that's not smooth, straight grained wood, folks. This is no fake test. I'm impressed.
And this is the smaller tonnage version too.
Yeah. So the higher tonnage, look at this. Look at this. The higher tonnage will be a touch slower, but more tonnage. I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it.
Not from what I'm seeing, but there is always somebody out there that wants bigger and badder.
Oh.
That's kind of how I got what I got, because I needed bigger.
I mean,
and
is there
badder.
ever a big enough, fast enough, powerful enough splitter?
I think I'm at that point where it's just getting a little scary now, so.
Well, if you get there, I'm going to try to pass you. Look at this. This is nasty.
Look at that knot. That's what we're splitting through. That's just crazy. But it's a resplit machine. Remember, guys?
Oh yeah, it's just a overpriced, cheap copy of a resplit machine. That's all it is.
What everybody needs to remember is that if Bobby builds a splitter, it's the biggest and baddest splitter in the category because he doesn't build anything small.
And it's not a cheap copy. And I'll be honest with you, I think this is underpriced.
For what it's splitting relatively easy right now, I'd probably have to agree with you. But that just makes it all that much better for a consumer to be able to get a machine like this for that kind of price. driving the market.
Yep.
You can't stop it. Look at that.
Tree service wood, that's what this is. That's why I don't mess with it.
Right through the knots. No problem.
What do you guys think Rachel's gonna think of this new bad boy? I would be interested to run this against my old Musclewood because this has auto cycle and I didn't, and auto cycle makes a big difference.
If you had the right size wood, this would cut the cord wood out pretty quick.
I'm not necessarily wanting to run it against your new Musclewood.
Well, that's a different animal.
Hold it, camera. Down she goes. Look at that. Just busting knots.
Man down. I'm stinking impressed.
Huh?
I'm impressed.
I'm super impressed. I don't know why I doubt Bobby, but I didn't doubt him. But I think he
I didn't doubt him, but I didn't know 17 ton. I was kind of wondering myself if it was going to be enough.
I think he underestimated this thing. I wonder if it's more than 17 ton. I mean, he knows how to calculate hydraulics.
Yeah.
He's not a fool. Again, knotty hard maple. Now, one of the reasons this is a prototype, because it's a tow from that end, and they quickly realize it piles up wood, and you can't get it out of here without moving the wood.
Yeah,
so like Russ said,
he'll have a picture in his video, but the redesign is towed from the other
yep,
end.
you tow it
just
away.
Like our big splitters. I think this could have been called a Musclewood Mini. This thing is crazy.
It is. How long do you think before he's out of his first 10 machines at that discounted price? I bet they're gone today.
Well, I know that there's already a few sold because I've sold 2 myself, and I know he sold some too, so I don't think there's a lot left. And once this word got out of this machine, it's been like wildfire.
That was just one teaser video that Bobby put out.
Yep. This thing's awesome.
And this is our first time running it. Like, neither of us had a machine with auto cycle, so this is new to us. I had the Easton made 1222 that had auto cycle, but it's been a while since I've run that.
I noticed with this auto cycle, if you get pretty good with it, you can hold your hand on the forward, and while it's detending back, you just tap that, and it'll stop at mid-cycle and go again.
And I mean,
noticed that already, because I'm always trying to go faster, so.
These controls are right here. I bet you can run it.
You can run it from either side.
It would be a little off with, run it.
You can run it from over here. You can stand right here, no problem, and run the machine. You can run it from this side, no problem.
Here, let's put this. It's just box elder, but I want to try a couple different species, and then we got to go get these videos out because we have a live coming up.
I got beer to drink too. Can't go on a vacation and just work all vacation. You've been working me like a dog.
I mean, I got a lot of wood that we need to split. Oh, look at that.
Inexperienced.
No, that's right. I did the wrong, I thought I did the wrong lever.
just like butter. Man, this stuff stinks. I hate box elder.
I got yelled at for cutting this up because they said it belongs on a sawmill, but I don't have a sawmill.
It makes nice lumber, but this color fades fast.
Does it? Well, and this is a yard tree, so it came out of a city yard, so there's probably a good bit of metal in there.
Yep. I love my sawmill. I would totally support your poor financial decision to get one.
Rachel thinks I need to get one too, I think.
What are you waiting for? I had to convince my wife I needed to get one.
That new taller wedge is going to be nice because when you get into these big rounds.
But honestly, a small machine like this, I wouldn't expect to be splitting 24-inch rounds on like what we're putting.
Right, and I did have it way down too, per your recommendation. There's a knotty piece of cottonwood, which people might think cottonwood's a joke, but cottonwood don't split nice.
No, it doesn't split nice. It makes good campfire wood, but that's about it.
That slide back, the Easton Made Ultra, I think, is one of the first machines to do that, and maybe the Super Split Kinetic. Well, the slide back's the way to go on a resplit style, right?
Yeah, because then you're not picking it up all the time. You can just take your hand, slide it back. And honestly, a commercial splitter is always easier with two people. It doesn't matter whose machine you're running. If you got an extra set of hands, you can go so much faster.
I just love the fact that there's so many great commercial splitters out there, that there's choices, there's options.
Every time that somebody makes an advancement, the other manufacturers answer back. So
they go back to the drawing board. This does stink.
Oh yeah. It doesn't burn very good either.
When it dries, it's decent campfire wood. No?
Yeah,
it's not a lot of
got
BTUs.
Kind of a funny scent to it.
Not a lot of BTUs, but
that's why you get the liquid heat. You don't need BTUs for a campfire.
Right. All right, this is going to be the last round of this video, this knotty cottonwood.
So now, I'm going to show everybody. Normally when I have a knot like this, you put it to the back against the push plate so you get a chance to start your split. I'm going to stick it right in the front because we don't care. I know this is going to split it. But when I'm running my splitter and I'm running for speed, I make it as easy as I can on the machine because over time it picks up speed. You're not shifting into the second stage. You're able to go. But I know that this has no problem with it, so
I'm going to, because I always forget that, so to remember that, I'm going to think knot the wedge, because you don't want the knot by the wedge. So
idea.
knot by the wedge.
T-shirt. No problem.
And nasty.
I mean, look at the grain inside that.
It's straight grained wood. We're just making a fake video to make it look good.
See, that's putting down through it and just tearing it.
It's just ripping it to pieces. Which isn't the splitter, that's the wood.
I'm gonna tell you, this little thing is impressive.
You gonna sell your new muscle wood and get one of these instead?
Well, see, we'll talk about that on the live because I got some really cool things that my wife told me to go for. So we'll talk about it.
Well, they're not gonna want to miss the live then. Again, 7 o'clock tonight. Be there.
And you don't necessarily just have to look at us. Rachel's going to be there too. She's prettier to look at.
I mean, if you're not there for Russ and I, be there for Rachel. What do you guys think? The all-new All Wood Birch prototype. New one's going to be different design, but it's still going to have the sliding table, the log lift, the auto cycle, the adjustable wedge, 2 different cylinder options.
Torsion axle.
Torsion axle, 70 miles an hour down the expressway.
Now, remember guys, my favorite outro to a video fits perfect with this machine right here. A little bit every day goes a long way. A little bit with this machine right here. Would this take us 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, not long.
There's an IBC tote, or close to an IBC tote full right there. At a what, $150 a tote?
Yeah, and
450 bucks an hour with a couple of guys and a small commercial wood splitter. So a little bit every day goes a long way. This machine can get you there.
Small footprint. If you put it in your garage, you could put this in a shed if you had a ramp.
Absolutely.
But we've towed it with a 4-wheeler. It's by no means light. It is not a
You're not
light.
gonna move this by hand. That's the other thing. You see these guys moving their resplit machines by hand. You're not moving this by hand.
You can
this
move
is
it,
built with real steel.
You can move it by hand, I bet, on concrete or blacktop.
If you had hot top, you could, and you're going to want the wheel on the jack because you're not going to want to pick
It
up
does.
and lug it.
It does have a wheel on the jack, and one thing that Bobby is thinking, or that we were talking about with the new model, is seeing if it can walk itself. Because when I had my old splitter, I would just split, and as the pile grew, the splitter would walk. But with that last musclewood, it was so heavy, it wasn't walking anywhere. It was pushing the pile away. So if you're one of those guys that don't have a conveyor, that don't want to pick up every piece, and you just want to leave a trail of wood, I think the birch might be the option for that.
You should be able to. I think if you want it to walk, you may want to look at the shorter table option, just so your wood can fall off quicker by the wedge, so you're not building up to make a bridge right by your wedge.
All right,
But
that's a good point.
I definitely think that it's more than capable of walking. It's not very heavy at all.
I mean, it is, but it ain't.
Well, true.
Compared to a monster.
I'll show you how heavy the musclewood is because I'm going to throw it on a set of CAT certified scales when we get home.
I'll put this on a scale too.
I'm interested to see. I've got my guesses. If you guys think you might know what these splitters weigh, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'm going to take a quick guess at this one without even knowing myself yet, and I'm going to say this weighs 1,700 pounds.
I was going to say 1,500.
So.
And he's probably more right.
And
so
my musclewood, I'm guessing at about 3,500 pounds, somewhere in there.
So what do you think? What's the weight on this birch? Is Rachel going to win on the birch, or me and Russ on the axes? And
I think we got her, at least for a minute.
We'll have the initial lead. I'll almost guarantee it.
I'm always quick out of the gate.
Yeah, and then I die.
Then I start sucking wind and dying.
But check out Willie's Firewood, All Wood dealer. Awesome machine coming. All the tech specs on this posting today. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tonight on the live. Have a great night. I'm telling you, you're going to want to call Bobby quick. Here's the number, allwoodlogsplitters.com.